Hello ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you to the recap after the first ever tournament round on my channel. It's simply I'll show here the highlights of every fight in this round. After the second round it will properly give again a recap if you want to have it. Please don't forget to rate, comment and subscribe to my channel. Thanks. Let's start right now with the first fight of the tournament, number 1. The first fight was Roy Jones Jr. vs Butterbean. It was the only super middleweight boxer in this tournament versus the heaviest one. The experts were not sure who will win this fight because Butterbean is probably heavy and not so fast, but he is an excellent boxer. Roy has to give his best if he wants to come into the next round. It was a hard fight. They not waste any time to know each other, they right go for hits. It was Roy Jones Jr. which first scores a knockdown in this first round after like 105 seconds. That was really bad for Butterbean, but he gets up again and wanted to start his fight. But he had the problem that Roy Jones was just too fast for him. He landed some hard punches, but that's not enough for winning. But in the 5th round, after taking a huge right hand by Roy, Butterbean taked all his power for one punch, which landed exactly in the face of his contender, knocked down. He was back in the fight. But Roy not give up after smashed on the cap, knocked down Butterbean in the 6th round again. Hard right hook scored not only the knockdown, it was the knockout and entrance into the next round. Reggie Stewart vs Mike Tyson was the second fight. Tyson was in the eyes of the experts, no question, the man. He had to win, that's what they've said. But his contender, the underdog, wanted to stop the show of the iron before it really started. Round number 1 was starting when Stewart was already on the ground yet. It was unbelievable, first punch knockdown, or was it a knockout already? No, Reggie Stewart had problems to come in this fight. After round 3 it was just a matter of time when the referee would stop the fight because of Reggie. He had a bad injury and much damage in his face. But still, with the will to win, he fighted ahead. Tyson needed much condition because he wanted to make a quick night. Then in round number 7 it was time for a winner. Tyson picked up his sadness, wanted to finish off his contender. Huge punch after punch landed on Stewart. He gets tagged again and again. How long can he survive? In the last minute of round number 7, Tyson was there with a hard hit to the body of Reggie. This one gone down and was not able to continue. Knockout lost form. Tyson was in the next round. Third fight on the program is the following: Andre Bishop vs Meldrick Johnson. Again, the experts had no idea how will Andre fight, how will Meldrick fight. They fighted well from the first till the last round. Yes, you heard right, the fight gone over full distance. But let us start with the first few rounds. Meldrick had unbelievable hard punches, which he had most landed on Bishop. This one taked it, and gave some punches back. It was a really nice match until the 3rd round ended. Bishop had a bad cut, we can see here a picture, and this cut gets worse from round to round. The baddest solution was near, TKO for Johnson. But Andre Bishop fighted ahead, with the heart of a warrior, blocked the good punches of his contender and was all the time smarter than in the first rounds. He punched himself to the victory by unanimous decision. Nice work from both. We come to the fight number 4, George Foreman versus Sonny Liston. Since the start they punch much and don't let each other time for a break. But very fast Foreman feels that he hasn't got the best condition anymore. Much hugging from him. Liston fights also very nice, he's fast and dangerous. In the last minute of round number 1, George smashed Sonny down after tagged him hard. First very hard knockdown of the evening. It was the left hand which gave Liston the rest. After being down, Liston was aggressive and wanted to hit Foreman just as hard as he is able to. But his hitter most not found the place where they belong to. Big problem for Liston, unable to hurt Foreman seriously. Round number 2 was like the same, just without the knockdown. Foreman, the man who said how the fight has to be. Liston had still the same problems, was the victim of Foreman, and in round number 4 the end was here. An unbelievable right hand, maybe like just a jab, which was a counter, knocked out Liston. The referee not wanted to count. For him it was clearly hard knockout loss for Liston. George is in the next round. Say hello to your contender Andre Bishop. Will be an interesting one. Winner after points versus earliest KO winner. Muhammad Ali versus Isaac Frost was the 5th fight on the program. Which of these two monsters will come into the next round? Big question tag before the fight started. From round number 1 we saw Isaac was a hard hit puncher. Ali, we all know that, fights with the distance. Later he comes with the very hard hits. So it was sure that Frost lost very much of his condition early in the fight and not hurt Ali really bad. Nothing like that. His strategy was not good enough for this fight against Ali. Ali fighted like a winner. Much jabs, much little hits, which were great, and just sometimes hard ones. He made the room for Frost littler, put him to the ropes, and then round 5 came. 5. Isaac, without really much condition anymore, has taken a murder right hand, which scored also the hard knockout win for Ali. Without counting, the ref presented the winner of this fight and tournament round. Must be a hard loss for Frost. The first of the Klitschko brothers has had his fight against Lennox Lewis. Again, two really great and also tall guys were face in face. Who will win in this tournament and fight against the legendary Ali, we will see. The first round we saw something which is rather special in boxing. These two guys not touched each other really much. It gave times where they not hit it for like 10 seconds. But if you believe me or not, it was an interesting one also with the self-made breaks. The counters were very brutal in this fight. Most of the hits were jabs, hooks and stuff like that, so it was very hard if you taken a counter of your contender. The second round was amazing. The crowd stood on their feet and don't breath, and then Klitschko went down by a fantastic placed hard counter right hand from Lennox. Just 45 seconds to go in this round. Can he get up again? Sure he can, he has to. He wanted to go for it, maybe not to forget not only one, there is also a Lewis in the ring which wants to win. Like in the middle of the fight, another problem for Vladimir. An awful cut under his left eye. We see it here, hard to defend this one. But he has done it, survived the whole fantastic fight in which were every second electrifying and nice to watch. After the full distance, it was the early knockdown which made it clear. Lennox won after a split decision. Next is Ali. Vitaly Klitschko vs Evander Holyfield was the second last fight in the first tournament round. Two generations met each other. Let us see who won how. first round started and Vitaly fighted how he can do it well. From the distance against a much littler guy like Holyfield, much steps and never let your contender too near to you. But Evander found some open holes, which he used well. Whenever Klitschko not defend a part of his body or head, he was sure a hit will come right then from Holyfield. The guys from Holyfield told him in the round break that he will lose the fight if he fights a head like that. Right in the face. They have to know their fighter. Evander knows what to do. Knock out Klitschko. It was good they said that. Evander won the round number 3 if we look at Taddy's scorecard. Round number 5 started and no one believed it when Klitschko was on the canvas. Knocked down from Holyfield's right hand. Able to get up again, but is this the changing point? Will Holyfield be able to win this fight after lost most of the rounds clearly? Maybe. He fighted better, much, guys said. Better counters, better defense, better hits. But also Klitschko not wanted to go little, gave his best for the rest of the match. But it not went this way, how the fighters wanted it to go. After the full distance of 10 rounds, no one knowed this is going to be the winner. Who is going to be the winner? The judge had a split decision again. The winner, we can say with one more point, was Vitaly Klitschko. The knockdown was not enough to win this fight. Let's go to the last fight, which is Joe Frazier versus David Haye. Who is able to come to the next round and will fight against Vitaly Klitschko? We will see. The Warrior started to fight when the bell rang for the first time, round number 1. Haye goes more aggressive in this fight, but Frazier for sure also. The difference between the two fighters is that Haye's punches landed on Frazier and Joe's does not look like good against the defense of David. Anyway, this first round is or better was a great one, no question. When a fight went from round to round, we can see that Frazier is a little bit more tired than Haye, also with more damage, but still the will to win in the eyes. We come to the end of the fight. 10th and final round of this fight starts when they both gave a last time just their best. Unbelievable round. You also could just watch round number 1 and 10 to see boxing from the finest. No one was able to knock his contender out. We came to scorecard and hard but real 3 times clearly the winner on the paper is David Haye. All rounds won. What do we want more? It's still a great fight. Thank you very much, guys. So that was the recap of the first ever tournament round on this channel. Hope you liked it and will watch also the second round. I hope I can be next time again here for you, my friends, to show you the recap of boxing. Don't forget to comment, rate and subscribe to this channel. We need you, and again a big thanks to you. See you soon on the fights. I'm a member of the EWF. Wish you a good night.
I'm Mike Chipos, man. I got this, yeah.